Hi everyone. Perfect timing. You got me finishing up some plans for next year. You all know how much I love to be on schedule with my content. I hope you've all had a lovely holiday season. I know you're all eager for 2025, but I'd just like to take a moment to reminisce with you all about 2024 as it comes to an end. Sure, it's not been without its struggles, but I'm sure that we can all agree that this year has, on the whole, been a wonderfully exciting and productive year. Oh, that ceiling is thin. Oh my god. Hi. Wait a minute. There we go. Hey y'all. Whispurr here. In the flesh. Much to your horror. Look. I'm not gonna lie. 2024 has been a bit of a mixed bag. Sure, I had some highs. I had a quirky rebrand. Finally moved out, thank God. Showed my face. Sorry. Encountered some awesome new creators I hadn't met before. I even managed to pay off one of my student loans. It was the smallest one. Isn't really gonna make much of a difference, but it's nice to feel that I got something done. There were also a lot of lows, too. There was the burnout, the nasty months-long MDD flare-up, issues with the rebrand, inconsistent content quality, long stretches of release slowdowns, failures to meet deadlines, missed milestones, financial troubles, personal problems. You get the point. I won't lie. 2024 has been a pretty rough year for me, as I'm sure it has been for a lot of you. But I am choosing to go into 2025 with my head high. New year, new me. Admittedly, it's been new year, new me every year for as long as I can remember. But this time I actually mean it, and that means it's different, I think. Anyway, I have thought out some ideas and plans to hopefully get 2025 off to a better start than last year, because, well, there's not really any way it could get worse, could it? I just jinxed it. Also, I've got some ideas that might interest some of you, you know? Might be some things we can all work on together, whether you're a part of my audience or a fellow content creator. We can work on things to make sure we're all having the time of our lives, all right? In? Okay. Well, allow me to introduce all of you to Whispurr's Project 2025. That's unfortunate. Oh, just cut this, cut the whole thing, cut the whole bit. So of course, as someone who makes online content, how could any list of New Year's resolutions be complete without explaining how I'm going to make that content better? Which, luckily for me, is pretty easy when compared to this last year. First off, I am getting back to normal. Now, I don't know what normal means yet. Definitely is going to be different from the old normal, but there's going to be consistency, is the point. I need to make sure that everything gets uploaded on a schedule of some kind, with a way for people to see when things are coming out. Because even though these are just silly little audios I make, I need to be consistent and let people know when things are happening, especially when they're paying for them. So we're going to work on it, I promise. Bear with me. Okay? Okay. My quality has diminished, I think, in the past year. I feel that. I haven't been able to spend as much time writing scripts because reasons, real life things, brain things, just not good things. So, in order to get myself back on a schedule that actually works, I need to spend more time making fewer audios, if that makes sense. They'll still be coming. Don't worry. Don't you panic. I'm still going to be putting up multiple audios per month. Don't worry. What I mean is I can't do the weekly thing because at this point I'm trying and failing to do 2 audios per week. And that doesn't seem like a lot, But when you write them and record them and edit them yourself and also do a bunch of other stuff and then also have IRL things to take care of, and also your brain don't work so good because you're kind of stupid, it gets hard to do. Other people can probably do it. I have no doubt in my mind that that is totally a thing that other people can do. I'm just not those people. But that will give me more time to write better scripts, to do more editing of those scripts, Jesus, to spend more time recording and not feeling like I'm being rushed so that I don't just take a really crappy recording session and just have to use it because this audio's due today, huh? Plus, not trying to do that many audios per month means there's less of a chance of me burning out again, which, as much as people might miss the idea of having weekly audios, I guarantee not having me disappear for 2 months at a time is a much better feeling. For me. It's a much better feeling for me. I don't like being burnt out, you know? Fine. Series. Ugh. Listen, making recurring series isn't cost effective. At least it doesn't seem to be. Whenever I have limited time, limited energy, I have to rely on making audios for income, every moment I spend making one audio means less time spent making another audio, which means that if I spend more time making sequels and series, then that's less time making newer audios. And the reason that matters is because standalone audios are easier for random drive-by viewers to watch. You don't feel like you have to catch up on 6 episodes of something to be able to listen to it. You can just listen to it whenever you want, which is why that's always made more sense to do. You just make standalone audios, or maybe like a part 2 or whatever the hell, and then you move on. I maintain that's correct. I maintain that that is still the move, but I also know everyone wants series, so I'll test the waters. I'll try. I'll see what I can do. I've got some ideas. I've had some ideas for a while, actually. It's just, again, that logic has guided me, so I haven't done it. We'll see how it works out, okay? I'll try for you. Yeah, so I liked my rebrand. I liked my whole vibe. I loved the little VHS store and the retro aesthetic. I thought it was cute, but also it's kind of confusing and no one really gets it. I feel like I'm going insane. So I need to clarify and do some extra, I guess, lore building, or I don't know what the hell to call it. I need to do more with my rebrand, my whole shtick. I need to get that better. And also, I need to make the art assets and thumbnails more consistent and better. As anyone who's been on my channel this past year has noticed, my thumbnails are just f***ing insane. There's no consistency, there's no... Other than the fact that there's like a VHS tape in the background, there's no art style. Because I kept on getting fed up thinking something didn't look good, so I'd redo it, and then I'd redo it again, and then I'd redo it again, and now I'm just stuck with 30 different thumbnail styles and a template for those thumbnails that literally, last one I made, the PSD file was a gigabyte for a picture. It's not good. Not good at all. Plus, it's complex. There's too much stuff in the file. It's a pain in the... It takes me, even if I already have the art ready to go in it, it takes like 30 or 40 minutes just to get the damn image. That's not good. That's part of the reason I did the rebrand in the first place, is because my old thumbnail templates were such a pain in the ass to use. Like, nah. We're gonna clean that up. We're gonna get that all looking spick and spam, you know? So, look forward to that. Hopefully I'll have an actual, like, signature style to my thumbnails, you know, the way everyone else who is good at this does. Self-improvement, that's... Listen, I'm not very healthy. I lost a lot of weight this year, and I have lost a lot of weight since high school. Believe me, I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now. I was a big boy. And I didn't like that at all. I had a whole thing about it in my head. Most of my family are not that at all. Well, Most of my younger family are not. My mom's side of the family are my future, and I need to fight that future as hard as I can. I've seen where this ends, and I don't want to be there when it does. So I need to get healthier. I need to work out. I need to cut back on energy drinks and soda, which is what I've always thought and have said before in the past and never did that. So maybe I should actually do that for once. Maybe learn how to eat better, because I eat like crap, just crap. And it's even affecting my ability to record. Like, I burp a lot. It's not good. It's genuinely uncomfortable that I have to think about this stuff, that I am this way. But like, I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 in 2025, and the potential health problems are kind of starting to kick in now. So gotta do something about that. Putting it here, where you can see it, means that I'm now going to be held accountable for that. And people are going to make fun of me or think less of me if I fail in these goals. I'll know what you're thinking of me whenever I have a little snack. I have lost all my hobbies. Like, I spend all my day or all my time trying to get work done. And I say trying because frequently it just doesn't happen, but like I'm sitting there wishing it would the whole time. So, still not getting work done, but it takes time to not get that work done. I love my brain, by the way. Have I mentioned that? My brain is work of art. Good job, buddy. I want to get back to having hobbies and having things to do outside of work, because at this point I'm spending so much time doing work or thinking about doing work or bemoaning the lack of work I've done that I spend all day doing that, getting exhausted, and then by the time night rolls around, I have no energy. I want to have things that I like doing again. I briefly got back into watching movies again in early 2024, but that fell off, and I got to get back to doing that. I want to do that again. I need to get back into reading, because seriously, I am getting stupider. It is awful. My brain is dying. It has a smell. I hate it. I hate how I have stopped reading. I read so much back in like 2020, 2021, or I listened to audiobooks a lot, and now I don't. And I'm getting dumber. I still have like the basic frameworks of the ideas that I learned then, but like the details are fleeting, and I'm losing my ability to articulate them or apply them, which is bad because all the reading I was doing then was stuff that's actually important to me. Like, wasn't fiction. It was like social and political theory. I read Marx. I read Capital Volume 1, and I can barely remember it. I was proud of that. It was a big book. Do you know how many AR points that was? I also want to get back into games. I don't have many games that I really play. I mean, there are a couple, like, it sounds weird, especially, again, if you're in my Discord and you hear me saying that, it's like, what is he talking about? He plays Factorio, or he plays Halo. Not really recently, and also, I just don't, I want to play some single-player games, both on stream and off. Like, I want to have me time. So hopefully all of the stuff I said earlier in the video about focusing my content production on a handful of much better quality audios rather than just spamming them out whenever I can will hopefully give me more energy and brain power to actually find time for hobbies like gaming. Who put this in here? Ugh. Yeah, I suck at accepting compliments. To be clear, and this is gonna whack out anyone who's ever tried to give me a compliment, they're gonna be like, you're full of shit. I genuinely like compliments, but only when they're real. I don't like just generic compliments. I don't like just like, oh, you're doing great, or like, oh my God, sweetie, you're so great, oh my God, or you look great. And that was like before I was even showing my face. People were just like, I bet you look great today, or you're so cute. It's like, how do you know? How do you, I'm in my underwear or some shit right now. Like, that doesn't feel valid. That doesn't feel like validating or like a compliment. It feels like you're lying to me, which I don't like the feeling of. It makes me immediately assume that any compliment you ever give me after that point is also a lie. I do actually like genuine compliments though, like about my content and stuff, especially from people that I like and that I respect. I need to enjoy positive attention too, instead of being weird about it. And I want to feel sexy. I'm not like hyper attractive or some shit. I'm not conventionally like, you know, I have a couple of things that work in my favor, like I'm tall and I'm big and I give good hugs and stuff like that. This face probably does it for someone out there, I'm sure. And I'm not saying this, by the way, to summon the compliment brigade. I'm not saying this to put myself down at all. If I were saying it to put myself down, I'd be like, I'm so f***ing ugly. Who would want this? Ugh. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I make NSFW content that people seem to like, and it feels weird that I don't enjoy interacting and talking about my own NSFW content. Like, I feel uncomfortable and weirded out. And it's not anyone else's fault, it's my own fault. Like, I've got my own hangups. I need to work on that. Trying to feel like positive about myself, you know, just in general. All right, here's the fun part. This is the part where we all have things we can work on in 2025. IMO. These are just my opinions. These are just me off the cuff thinking these would be good ideas for us all to work on, maybe, but bear with me. Content creators, and I hate using that phrase, but content creators, do what you want. Seriously, do what you want. You know what I'm talking about. You cater to an audience and you do what you think your audience wants. I know how the thinking goes. If I do this or that, then my audience will hate me. If I'm not sexy or XYZ character trope, then they'll leave me. If I am sexy or XYZ character trope, then they'll leave me. If I reveal that I'm actually a human being with feelings, then they'll unsubscribe. If I don't play along with this one meme I hate, then I'll get less engagement. If I don't play this new game or play anything other than this game that I'm good at, then they'll stop watching. The list goes on and on. Listen, you're allowed to do more. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to make things that you enjoy. I'm not saying that you have to throw away your audience or do what I did or dox yourself or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you're the kind of person who instinctively shuts down any new idea or interest or curiosity that pops into your brain out of a fear of a fan revolt, fight that urge. We will always be somewhat confined by audience expectations. That comes with the territory. But allow yourself to explore your interests. Branch out. Try new things. Take chances. Make mistakes. Get messy. It's okay to try things. It's okay to do things that make you happy. And it's okay to fail sometimes. Come on. This is the part everyone's gonna hate and everyone's gonna be like, why do you do this? Ew. A lot of stuff happened in 2024 and has been happening for years because nothing ever stops, it just keeps on going. It's a lot of stuff relating to current events, politics, social issues, blah, 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 blah. Things everyone hates to bring up around the family dinner table. I enjoy. But a lot of people have reached out to me on different little things here and there asking, what does this mean? What's this about? I'm not like an expert, but because I'm like the one person who seems to just openly be fine talking about that kind of stuff, a lot of people reach out about it. We need to learn more. We need to learn a lot more. We're gonna have to start addressing and dealing with issues of politics. I know, everyone hates it. Everyone hates it when you use the P word. It's ew, it's gross, it's so controversial. It means I have to have conversations I don't like. It could mean I get a public hate campaign against me. That one's real. I'm not saying that dismissively. That's actually a real concern. I'm not like fully understand that one. But we've got to learn a little bit more. Things are happening that are affecting not only the world around you, not only things that you need to be aware of, they're affecting your audience, they're affecting your ability to produce your content, and they are affecting everything because everything is political. Sorry, everyone hates that one too. Boo, boo. Everything is political. I'm sorry. It is. It's true. In fact, your decision as to what is or isn't political is itself a political determination. Sorry, I know everyone hates this stuff, but really, we need to be more aware of these kinds of things because we have audiences and some of those audience members are gonna say or do things that we should probably know about before we respond to them. You're never gonna know everything, but like, I have seen some people walk right into bad situations and conversations that shouldn't have had to happen, and it's not their fault. It's not anyone's fault for not knowing things, ever. I'm not saying that at all, but it would have helped to have a little bit of understanding of things like dog whistles, for example. These are things that would behoove you to learn about. You're gonna have to find out that some of the things they say or do aren't actually in your best interests or things that you agree with. In fact, I would argue that as much as I loathe the whole no politics as a blanket rule thing, because everything's political, the best way to become someone who can actually enforce a no politics rule is to learn more about politics so that you know what they're talking about and know when to shut it down. Now, my politics tend to skew towards the left. If you make content that appeals in any way toward romance or sex, or if you make content that appeals to, say, people who are not straight and or cis, or if you're a woman who makes content in general, those are social and political issues that you need to be aware of. I've spent years pointing out the fact that like the whole YouTube punishing certain creators for like so much as breathing compared to other creators who do sometimes worse than that and don't get anything at all, that's a political issue. These kinds of things that are happening in the world around you are important, and it would behoove you to learn more about them. If you ever have any questions about them, or a news article comes up or something that you just want to know about, or if you just want to f with me and say, okay, how is this one political? Feel free to reach out if you're a content creator. Because if I say everyone reach out to me, my inbox would drown, and I barely check the thing as it is, so I don't want that. Sorry. Maybe I'll do like a running video of some kind where I answer people's questions about political stuff. I don't know. But if you're a content creator and you want to know something about politics, or you want to ask an opinion about something, or you want to compare and contrast, or you want to like be like, hey, is this guy in my chat, is he weird? He's got 1488 in his handle and he's talking about a replacement of some kind? Is that an odd thing? Feel free to reach out. Just let's all agree that we could maybe stand to learn some things, me included. I don't know everything either, and I don't want to act as if I do. Let's all just try to get more well-informed. I feel like it's going to be kind of important in the years to come, especially if you're American. Or actually strike that, just in general, just, yeah, no, anyone, anywhere. Let's get sappy. Content creators, and I guess anyone, but I'm speaking specifically to y'all, I guess. Be yourselves, confidently, in 2025. Let's just try to, like, assert ourselves more. Assert who we are. Assert what we want, what we don't want. If you want to do something, do it. If you don't, please don't. I see so many people who seem to do things that they don't actually enjoy, and I'm not just saying like people being forced to do NSFW content, though that is a huge problem, good lord. Or being forced to not do things that you do want to do. You shouldn't be made to feel as if you have to do certain things in order to keep your audience or in order to be allowed to make the content that you make. If you don't want to produce NSFW content, you shouldn't feel pressured to do so, and vice versa. If you do want to, you shouldn't be pressured to not do so. It's all consent, really, at the end of the day. If you don't want to do boyfriend or girlfriend experience stuff online, either in like social media or in streams or in content, you don't have to. If you don't want to appeal to a particular audience, you don't have to. I really feel like some people lean into doing things that they aren't actually very comfortable with, or that they just don't want to do, for a variety of reasons. Some of them valid, like I'm not going to tell you what you're not allowed to do or what you have to do, but if you have the option and you don't or do want to do something, assert yourself. Do what you can to make what you want and do what you want. I have done my best to do things that I enjoy without forcing myself into a box or forcing myself to do things that I don't. That's the reason I'm now showing my face nowadays on stream. I've only done it once, but like this is the plan going forward for streams, is I'm gonna have a face cam. I have more fun doing this, just me personally. Yeah, just do what you want, for the love of God. Do the things that you want to do and don't feel pressured to have to do a bunch of other crap. If you want to go into VTubing and do like boyfriend or girlfriend experience stuff, fine. But if you don't. If you want to go into content creation and just do ASMR, do it. If you don't. Try your best to push your limits as much as you can. You know, push against the boundaries of your enclosure. You might be surprised at how much stuff you can do that you actually enjoy. Plus, I imagine audiences enjoy stuff more when they can tell that your heart's in it. I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm an idiot for that. All right, that's all I've got for you people. You can go now. But really though, thank you all for this year. I wish it could have been better on my end. I wish I could have made a lot more content and made a lot better content, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I'm gonna aim to make this year better for you and for me. Thanks for everyone who are my friends or even just people who I have DM'd with, because that's a very small group of people. Y'all are great, y'all are cool, and I really appreciate having people to talk to. For people in the audience who don't do this kind of stuff, it sounds weird, but like genuinely, there's something different about being able to talk to other people who do what you do. It's freeing almost. It's just very nice to be able to have those kinds of conversations, kind of talk shop. So thank y'all. Thank you all, my wonderful audience. You are amazing, and I super duper appreciate you, and I love you so much that I want to make you bigger. I want to engorge my audience. I want to make my audience bigger is the point I'm trying to make in a really weird way. And I hope that I can do so by making stuff y'all really like and that other people like. Sorry again for showing my face. Ew. Don't worry, this will not show up on my YouTube channel. You will want to see this again for another 360 something days, I promise. This stays on Twitch and maybe Twitter sometimes, I don't know, but don't worry. So to everyone, have a wonderful new year. Thanks for being awesome, and keep being yourselves. Love y'all.